revealed 1 year before the death of Suzanne Somers, who died aged 76 after battling cancer. Suzanne Somers lost her years-long battle with cancer just 1 day before her 77th birthday, page 6 can sadly confirm. The actress died early Sunday morning at the age of 76, the star's longtime publicist, Arv Curry, told us. Suzanne Somers passed away peacefully at home in the early morning hours of October 15th. She survived an aggressive form of breast cancer for over 23 years, he said. Suzanne was surrounded by her loving husband, Alan Hamill, her son, Bruce, and her immediate family. Hay noted that Somers' family had planned to gather on what would have been her 77th birthday Monday. Instead, they will celebrate her extraordinary life and want to thank her millions of fans and followers who loved her dearly, he concluded his statement. A private family burial will take place this week, with a memorial to follow next month. A friend of the Three's Company star told page 6 she died beside her husband, Hamill. She died in her new all-green home in Palm Springs in her sleep with her loving husband by her side, they said. Another source told us that Hamill had given his wife of 46 years an early birthday present shortly before she passed. It was a handwritten love poem wrapped in her favorite pink peonies, they revealed. The tragic news comes less than 3 months after Hamill told page 6 that the TV icon's breast cancer had returned. The step-by-step star was diagnosed with breast cancer for the first time in her 50s after battling skin cancer in her 30s and overcoming 2 hyperplasia in her 20s, Hamill explained. I have been living with cancer since my 20s. And every time that little F cur pops up, I continue to bat it back, Summers shared with Entertainment Tonight in July. I do my best not to let this insidious disease control me, she added. It's a recurrence of my breast cancer. Like any cancer patient, when you get that dreaded, it's back, you get a pit in your stomach. Then I put on my battle gear and go to war. This is familiar battleground for me, and I'm very tough. The blonde beauty is survived by her son, Bruce Jr., whom she shared with her ex-husband, Bruce Summers. She was also a stepmom to Stephen and Leslie Hamill from her husband's previous marriage, and was a loving grandmother to 6 grandchildren. Revealed, Suzanne Somers detailed how Olivia Newton-John taught her not to be afraid of cancer, in powerful interview done 1 year before Three's Company star's death at age 76. Suzanne Somers described how Olivia Newton-John taught her not to be afraid after she was diagnosed with cancer in a powerful interview conducted just over a year before her death at age 76. Both Suzanne and Newton-John faced mega fame and were breast cancer fighters, which they bonded over. The Grease star tragically lost her battle with the disease last year, while Somers died following the lengthy battle with breast cancer just 1 day before her 77th birthday. Speaking with DailyMail.com exclusively following Olivia's death last year, Somers described what it was like to have the Australian megastar as her friend. Everyone would want an Olivia Newton-John in their life, Suzanne began, noting she met Olivia at one of the singer's birthday parties. Olivia taught me not to be afraid when I was diagnosed with breast cancer. Newton-John was first diagnosed with breast cancer in 1992. Suzanne was impressed with how down-to-earth the Have You Ever Been mellow singer was. Olivia was exactly what you would expect. She was kind and sweet. I never heard her say a bad word about anyone, the Three's Company star told DailyMail.com. And she felt like Newton-John was like a sister after they had a shared struggle. There is a sisterhood that grows larger every year. It's a sisterhood you never want to join, but when allowed entry you find great comfort with other sisters, said the step-by-step actress. Olivia provided great comfort for me when diagnosed 25 years ago. Her fight was my fight, as she won, I won. She taught all of us so much through her bravery and never give up philosophy. We got strength through Olivia and her example of life. As a 70s icon, she lived a full life. I loved her and will miss my sister forever. On Instagram, Suzanne wrote a loving tribute for Olivia. There is a sisterhood that grows larger every year. It's a sisterhood you never want to join, but when allowed entry you find great comfort with other sisters. Olivia provided great comfort for me when diagnosed 25 years ago. And she added, "We got strength through Olivia and her example of life. As a 70s icon, she lived a full life. I loved her and will miss my sister forever." Summers' death was confirmed by her publicist Arv Curry Hay on Sunday. Suzanne Somers passed away peacefully at home in the early morning hours of October 15th, Hay said. She survived an aggressive form of breast cancer for over 23 years, it went on to reveal. Suzanne was surrounded by her loving husband Alan, her son Bruce, and her immediate family. Her family was gathered to celebrate her 77th birthday. Instead, they will celebrate her extraordinary life and want to thank her millions of fans and followers who loved her dearly. Hay added that a private family burial should take place sometime this week, with a memorial for the acting icon slated for an unspecified day in November. "I weep when I think about my feelings for you," Suzanne Summers' husband pens touching love letter wrapped in her favorite pink peonies a day before she passes away at age 76 following battle with cancer. Three's Company star Suzanne Somers has died aged 76 after a lengthy battle with cancer, one day before her 77th birthday. Just hours before she passed, her husband of 46 years, Alan Hamill, 87, gave her an early birthday present consisting of a handwritten love poem wrapped in her favorite pink peonies. One of the most storied sitcom stars of the 70s and 80s, Summers was also known for her starring stint in ABC's Step by Step, where she played a single mom opposite Dallas alum Patrick Duffy. Her publicist on Sunday confirmed she succumbed to her illness while surrounded by family at her California home. She said in a statement that it was an aggressive form of breast cancer that began plaguing the actress more than 23 years ago. Summers was in the process of seeking treatment for her breast cancer in the Midwest, but it was sadly unsuccessful and she had returned to California. "I weep when I think about my feelings for you." Feelings. That's getting close, but not all the way, Hamill wrote in his poem for his wife. 55 years together, 46 married and not even 1 hour apart for 42 of those years. Even that doesn't do it. Even going to bed at 6 o'clock and holding hands while we sleep doesn't do it. Staring at your beautiful face while you sleep doesn't do it, Hamill wrote. I'm back to feelings. There are no words. There are no actions. No promises. No declarations. Even the green-shaded scholars of the Oxford University Press have spent 150 years and still have failed to come up with that one word. So I will call it, us, uniquely, magically, indescribably wonderful us. Summers' cancer battle was not the actress's first bout with the disease. She revealed this past July that she had been struggling on and off with cancer since even before her break as Chrissy Snow on the popular program in 1977. Now at rest, she is survived by husband Alan, 87, 57-year-old son Bruce, and 2 adult children and 6 grandchildren, all of whom had been present ahead of her birthday, her publicist said in a statement sent to members of the media. Suzanne Somers passed away peacefully at home in the early morning hours of October 15th, Hay said. She survived an aggressive form of breast cancer for over 23 years, it went on to reveal. Suzanne was surrounded by her loving husband Alan, her son Bruce, and her immediate family. Her family was gathered to celebrate her 77th birthday. Instead, they will celebrate her extraordinary life and want to thank her millions of fans and followers who loved her dearly. Hay added that a private family burial should take place sometime this week, with a memorial for the acting icon slated for sometime next month. Summers was born in 1946 in San Bruno, California, to a gardener father and a medical secretary mother. She began acting in the late 1960s, playing the blonde driving the white Thunderbird in George Lucas's 1973 film American Graffiti. Her only line was mouthing the words "I love you" to Richard Dreyfuss's character. At her audition, Lucas just asked her if she could drive. She later said that moment changed her life forever. Summers would later stage a one-woman Broadway show entitled The Blonde and the Thunderbird, which drew largely scathing reviews. She appeared in many television shows in the 1970s, including The Rockford Files, Magnum Force, and The $6 Million Man, but her most famous part came with 3's Company, which aired on ABC from 1977 to 1984, though her participation ended in 1981. On 3's Company, she was the ditzy blonde opposite John Ritter and Joyce DeWitt in the roommate comedy where she lived with a woman and a man posing as gay. She quickly found recognition not only for her acting chops, but her newfound status as a sex symbol, a distinction earned over 5 years on the program. In 1980, after 4 seasons, she asked for a raise from $30,000 an episode to $150,000 an episode, which would have been comparable to what Ritter was getting paid. Hamill, a former television producer, had encouraged the ask. The show's response was, "Who do you think you are?" Summers told People in 2020. They said, "John Ritter is the star."